shouldn't be here right now. You see that last match we played? One of the worst matches that you've ever played in this community.
That was terrible.
And we won because anything can happen in movie Warzone. We're playing Ethan Beller, and he's being managed by Kirk, which I don't know if you tuned into the Top 100 series, but this shit makes a lot of sense now. There's that favoritism on that show. Now he's here to manage him on this match. No one else could have. It's Kirk. No wonder Gremlins 2 was an acceptable 57. I'm still not going to let that die. Tonight, we're going to go in this match. Ethan's a good player. He shouldn't be underestimated. He went to a title match with Scott last year. He didn't play the greatest against Mike Hanley, but he ended up pulling out the win against Mike Hanley. So you both have something to prove in this match. I think you can do it. We just have to stay focused. And even if we are tied and he has 10 points left on the board in round 3, we can still win.
That's what we learned last time.
Let's play.
My last match against Mike, I crawled across that finish line, but I did make it. I crawled across, and I'm here. I'm excited to play. Lucas is also. I mean, everything Cody said about me, I feel the same about Lucas. He's a good player. We both had a rough last match, so we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be a good one. We both shook the rust off, I think. You're muted, Kirk.
Have fun editing that, Cody. Intra Mao, it doesn't matter. You got the win's a win, but we're back in the tournament. This is your spot. I mean, 2 years ago is where you came in, you made a name for yourself, got your big first signature win, and I think you're going to cut more of those. I think you're going to have a nice run here, and we'll see what we can do. I got faith in you. I know you can go deep in this tournament. You got the talent, you got the knowledge. Lucas is great. Cody is here. Let's do this.
Thank you, sir. Gremlins 2, great movie. Cody, don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. I'm your host, Kaleb Boatman, and today we got a great match for you. It is the 16 seed going up against the 17 seed, so this is literally as close as it can get in the tournament. So with Ethan Beller going up against Lucas Schildbach, this should be a good match. On the deck, we have the singles champion, Mr. Andrew Barr. Barr, how are you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling pretty good. This should be a really interesting match. As you said, it's as close as it can get seeding-wise. These are two very talented players. They've had some faults in the past, but we all know how talented they both are. So this should be a firecracker of a match.
Absolutely. Just like firecrackers, I'm only allowed to play with them when I'm at my Uncle Daryl's house because he leaves them out in the garage. So we're going to go to, without further ado, we're going to bring in our competitors. So your first, introducing first, coming in the ring with a record of 2 wins, 2 defeats. It is Lucas, the Boston Masshole Schildbach, representing the First Order, the 17 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And introducing second, representing Club Dread, the 16 seed, coming in with a record of 3 wins, 3 defeats. It is Ethan, the Big Easy Beller. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into round 1. Round 1's going to work like this. 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get a light, right? You get a bonus question. 3 repeats and a challenge are given to you throughout the entire match. Please remember to keep your hands on screen at all times. Barr, you want to start us off with the first question for a change?
Yeah, sure. You know what? That sounds swell. Your first category is going to come in Oscars. Which of these actors has not been nominated for an Oscar? Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, or Thomas Hayden Church?
I was very happy with this question. This was a different style of question, and I was very proud of it.
Yeah, we've never had technically a multiple choice question in round 1 like this.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's go to Ethan.
Thomas Hayden Church.
And Lucas.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Both incorrect, actually. The correct answer is Alfred Molina. Thomas Hayden Church receiving the nomination for Sideways.
Oh,
that's a crime. Alfred Molina should have been nominated for.
He's great. He's great.
He doesn't have a lot of roles you think of Oscar-wise, though.
Yeah. So we get your second question in the category of drama. Angela Hayes, Lester Burnham, and Ricky Fitz are characters in what movie?
Ricky Fitz, Sticky Ritz.
Stop.
That was my nickname in high school.
4,
Take Bar's belt away now.
1. I'm trying. Let's go to Lucas
American Beauty.
and Ethan.
American Beauty.
American Beauty is correct. Getting to your third question, Bar.
Which is going to come in horror. Simply, who directed The Dead Zone? That's where you run to in a game of football, right?
I don't. Why are you asking me? I don't know. 5.
2 huge athletes on the desk right here.
I like sports.
Score ball. Ooh. 1 for the home team. Let's go to Ethan
David Cronenberg.
and Lucas.
I guessed Wes Craven.
David Cronenberg is correct. As we go to your fourth question in the category of challenges. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, how many questions must a knight answer before crossing the Bridge of Death?
I don't care what particular.
Or I have a question for you.
Sure.
Are you able to host the match after this?
Maybe we'll talk afterwards.
Cool.
There's a reason, and I'll tell you.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Lucas
I said 3.
and Ethan.
I said 1.
You must answer me these questions 3. 3 is correct. So we are all tied up 2-2. We get into your fifth question, Bar.
It's going to come in movie release dates, and I'm actually really happy I get this one. What year was Breakfast at Tiffany's released?
I'm going to pretend like I did this on purpose and not because I just kind of wanted you to go first so I could give myself a little of a break.
I'm happy you did that because I said, what about Breakfast
4,
at Tiffany's?
3, 2, 1. And I said, what about
64.
and Ethan?
Ooh, I'm way off. I said 52.
Both incorrect, looking for 1961. As we get into your sixth question in the category of animation, Princess Mononoke was raised by what kind of animal?
I think this is going to be the movie, this episode, where I say, I haven't seen it.
If Koho was here, he would add it to the list.
The infamous list.
The infamous list. 5.
I saw it.
1, pens down. Let's go to Ethan.
Wolf.
And Lucas.
Wolves.
Both correct.
All right. Your penultimate question comes in scores and soundtracks. What rapper performed the song Back in Time for Men in Black 3? So many things I want to say. So many jokes I want to make. Can't do it here.
Yeah. Men in Black 3 is my second favorite of the Men in Black films. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because I'm not a monster. Let's go to Ethan.
Is it Will Smith?
And Lucas.
I had the same thought. Is it Will Smith?
It is not. It is Mr. Worldwide himself.
Mr. 303.
We get into your final question in the category of 2000s. What country does The Last King of Scotland take place in?
Have you ever been to Scotland?
I have never been to Boston in the fall. That's a specific reference that no one here will get because it's a reference to VeggieTales.
It's a beautiful
Oh,
city.
okay.
4.
I thought you were talking about Augustina's song from like the early 2000s.
Pens down. Let's go to Ethan.
South Africa.
Kirk got it. I appreciate it.
Uganda.
Uganda is correct. So we are 4-3 as we get into round two is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they are stuck with it. You're going to get 5 questions in whatever category you get. If you get it right, you get 2 points, multiple choice 1 point, or if you get it wrong, other player gets a chance to steal. The categories on our lovely wheel tonight are Lucas's strengths of 2020 movies and Abbott and Costello, Ethan's strengths of 90s Clive Barker and Eli Roth directed. We also have sci-fi fantasy, actors and actresses, drama, and 70s. So we bring in Lucas's manager since he's in the lead 4-3. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Patriots way.
Yeah, we're going to go second.
Okay. Big shock. Oh, we got the wrong person.
Let Cody play the rest of the match for me.
Take that. Take next.
I appreciate that you got the VeggieTales reference correct. And Ethan, your first spin lands on 2020 movies.
What do you think, Bill?
I feel okay with it, but I'm not like afraid of this wheel, and I do like some other things more.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go with the respin on this one.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
This is the category you are stuck with. Lands on Abbott and Costello.
All right.
Okay, Bar, you're old. I want to give Ethan this question to Abbott and Costello.
I'm only 8 years older than you? Whatever. Your first question in Abbott and Costello. Which Abbott and Costello film features the characters of Casey Edwards and Swami Talpur?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Rio Rita, B. Dance with Me Henry, C. Abbott and Costello meet the killer Boris Karloff, or D. Abbott and Costello in Hollywood.
A.
That is incorrect. Chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A. Rio Rita, B. Dance with Me Henry, C. Abbott and Costello meet the killer Boris Karloff, or D. Abbott and Costello in Hollywood.
C. C is in cat.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
He corrected it so quickly we didn't have
Yeah,
to.
I'm not. Yeah.
I didn't even
Just wanted
mean
to-
to say B. I literally just
He said it
made a
immediately,
noise with
so-
my
Yeah.
face.
Right.
And
Just wanted to make sure. Don't worry.
I understand.
Your next question. What department store is Diana in at the beginning of Africa Screams?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Hoppers, B. Clawfords, C. Cloppers, or D. Crawleys.
A.
There's incorrect. Chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A. Hoppers, B. Clawfords, C. Cloppers, or D. Crawleys.
I have to say, you guys had a weird obsession with this terrible Abbott and Costello film. I'm going to say D. Crawleys.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Cloppers.
Fair enough.
It has a lot of trivia in it.
It's also one of the worst ones in the entire franchise.
Your third question. What is the first monster that Chick and Wilbur encounter in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein?
Let's go multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. The Wolfman, B. The Mummy, C. The Invisible Man, or D. Frankenstein's Monster.
It's got to be right eventually. Let's go A.
It is this time. That is correct. Ethan taking the SAT approach.
Mm-hmm.
Your fourth question. How does Nimitive get Peter and Harvey to tell them their plans in Lost in a Harem?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. He tickles them, B. He disguises himself as Peter's mother, C. He disguises himself as Harvey's mother, or D. He hypnotizes them.
B.
That is incorrect. Lucas, your options again are A. He tickles them, B. He disguises himself as Peter's mother, C, he disguises himself as Harvey's mother, or D, he hypnotizes them?
I believe it hypnotizes them.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, and your final question. Who directed Noose Hangs High?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, S. Sylvian White, B, Charles Barton, C, Albert S. Rogel, or D, Arthur Lubin?
Let's go B again.
That is correct for 1 point.
So I have Ethan at 5, Lucas at 7, coming out of Ethan's round 2 spin. We go into Lucas's spin. Oh, we'll give him a second because he's on the phone.
He's on call with the higher ups at Multiplex Entertainment, up in their ivory towers.
Okay, can we spin?
Yeah, he's at the spin.
Okay. Lucas, this is going to be your spin, and it lands on sci-fi fantasy. Your manager is making an important call to determine whether or not you should take that. I don't... Cody, you're muted.
I'm a businessman. Sorry. Sci-fi fantasy, interesting choice. Do you want to keep that?
We talked about this. It's not a terrible category. It's not necessarily a great one, but there are things we don't want.
Correct.
So I have a 2-point lead. Do we want to play it super safe, or do we try to go for a little riskier and try to get something better?
With him taking one of the strengths off of it, I'm more worried about hitting something else. So I think you could multiple way and get a lead built up here.
Okay. So we keep it?
That's what I would suggest because I think you know sci-fi pretty well.
No, I think I trust you on this. I trust you on this. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hold on to sci-fi and just multiple if you don't for sure. And
You are keeping sci-fi fantasy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Lucas, your questions in the realm of sci-fi and or fantasy. William Hurt plays investigator Frank Bumstead in what 90s sci-fi movie?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, The 13th Floor, B, Event Horizon, C, Dark City, D, Gattaca.
D.
D is incorrect. Ethan for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, The 13th Floor, B, Event Horizon, C, Dark City, D, Gattaca.
Dark City.
Dark City is correct for 1 point. Which of Connor's family members must he live with after his mother becomes ill in A Monster Calls?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, aunt, B, uncle, C, grandma, D, grandpa.
Grandma?
That is correct for 1 point. What does Kim's mother Peg sell in Edward Scissorhands?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, makeup, B, hats, C, glasses, D, shoes.
Makeup?
Makeup is correct for 1 point. Penultimate question in sci-fi fantasy. Who directed 1985's Legend?
Ridley Scott.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. What is revealed to be causing the mass suicides in The Happening?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, plants releasing toxic gases, B, nuclear radiation, C, contaminated water, D, radio waves.
A?
A is correct for 1 point. So it is 12-6, Lucas. coming out of round 2. Round 3 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get a chance to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point question. Categories they will be able to pick from tonight are horror, recent releases, scores and soundtracks, Audrey Hepburn, coming of age / teen, romantic comedies, musicals, and comic book movies. We're going to let them pick their categories right now. Okay, we are back, and our competitors have picked for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point question. Ethan has picked his 1-pointer for recent releases, his 2-pointer for coming of age, his 3 in comic book movies, and his 4 in horror, whereas Lucas picked his 1 in rom-com, his 2 in comic book movies, his 3 in recent releases, and his 4 in musicals. So, we will start with Ethan. Since he's behind, I will be giving Ethan his questions for your 1-pointer in recent releases. What decade does Ford v Ferrari take place in?
Good question. Does that count as a recent release?
5, 4, 3.
50s.
That is incorrect. It is the 60s. It is at Le Mans 66. So we will go to your 2-pointer in coming of age / teen.
Can I get a quick score count?
It is 6-12.
Okay.
So you can miss this one.
Right.
Your 2-pointer in coming of age / teen. What Oscar-winning actor plays Kurt in American Graffiti?
Harrison Ford.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Richard Dreyfuss. So you now have to hit both of these next 2 questions, or else Lucas does win by way of technical knockout. So your 3-pointer in comic book movies. What comic book villain has the real name Andrea Beaumont? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay. In comic book movies, what comic book villain has the real name Andrea Beaumont? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Second repeat, I believe. What comic book villain has the real name Andrea Beaumont?
All right. I think that's the TKO right there.
5.
Enchantress.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Lucas, the Boston Maskhole Schildbach. The correct answer is the Phantasm from Batman Mask of the Phantasm. So we're going to go to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher tonight, Ethan. Ethan, you couldn't quite get traction there. How are you feeling?
Sucks to lose. Sucks to get a TKO, have a TKO against me. I kind of went into this match. I've been super busy lately. I'm not making excuses at all. I just didn't have time to study Abbott and Costello. That was the one thing I didn't want to get. I should have stuck with 2020s. A couple easy misses in round 1 that I definitely knew that I had up there, and I just didn't get them. So, that's just how it goes. We got plenty of guys in Club Dread in the tournament still. So we'll be representing, and I'll be back. Keep playing. I eventually will hopefully get to use my fucking Clive Barker strength at some point.
Has that ever been spun?
Never, not once, and I've used it 6 times or something. I don't know, whatever.
That's kind of insane.
Not 6, but still, know.
I mean, honestly, that spin goes different round 2. We have a completely different match. I mean, that's the only way that happens. And I mean, come on, who uses old timey classic comedy troupe movies as their strengths? Kind of jackass you have to do something like that. But no, it's that's the one. I mean, we knew, like I said, you're not going to harp on it, but I know how busy you've been. That was the one thing you just didn't have time to get to, and that was the one thing we're hoping not getting it happen. So I mean, that's the way it goes. We'll regroup. You get a nice break here, and the upside of that is you get time to kind of recalculate your game, recalibrate, and get back in there next time. So we'll build on this just like we always do.
That's true. So thank you to Kirk. Thank you to Ethan. Now we're gonna go over to our victor tonight, Lucas. Lucas, you pulled off the win. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Speaking of being busy, I didn't study at all for this match. I basically went to the match going, I'm not watching Clyde Barker. I'm not watching Eli Roth. I don't want to deal with that. Respect to Ethan. That sounds like putting a gun to my head and then watching a bunch of movies to accomplish it. Yeah, I feel good. And yeah, it was such a weird match because the results is going to be like, I trounced him. But in the actuality of the game, it was kind of just like a pretty okay round 1 that led into just being able to manage round 2 much better. It wasn't even like I impressed in round 2. It was just like really smart gameplay, lots of multiple choice, getting the right answer when I went to multiple choice, and just kind of just adding 1 point on 1 point on 1 point. And then you go into round 3 and suddenly your opponent has to hit 3 questions to even make you hit 1.
Yeah, it was an opponent's choice, basically, without an opponent's choice. He hit both of our strengths, and then, listen, I bet the writers are pissed. Like, if I'm going to be honest, Abbott and Costello gets hit every match that you play, and we know they're not watching them. They have no desire to watch any Abbott and Costello film, but that shit keeps getting hit, so it's just beautiful to watch them. They just cussing after this because we don't hit it. We don't take it. Your opponents hit it, and then we just get to. And guess what? Round 2, get ready. It's going right back on the wheel.
Your round 2 opponent potentially is either the number 1 seed, which is some freaking douchebag named Kaleb Boatman, or the 32 seed, which is the much more awesome Mike Handley.
So I'm playing Mike Handley.
Oh, Mike, beat his ass.
Yeah, most likely you're playing Mike Handley.
Listen, what a better showing for everybody is if Boatman loses round 1 and we don't have to deal with this shit. He can ride all the matches. That would be brilliant. What's going to end up happening, we're playing Kaleb Boatman. And if you thought we came in this match relaxed, not studying, next match is a fucking guarantee. Because, listen, he could put 2 weeks' time, study his ass off, and at the end of the day, you're still going to be there and be like, oh, well, I actually know all the answers to everything because I'm Kaleb Boatman and I live on IMDb. And did you know this fun fact about Oscars? It's a really interesting fact. That's what's going to happen. So you know what? We'll give you the win next week. You can have a blast. You can go into round 3, and then you can play Bar, and I hope Bar kicks your ass again. But Lucas, TKO. This is a great time. I had fun. We TKO'd. Round 3 is becoming our round. We're having a lot of fun. And Kirk, you're old, and you still gave Ethan a pass on the Gremlins too, and I'm just going to stand by that forever.
Can I go eat now?
No.
Peace.
I just think an important thing that needs to be recognized is that the reason Kaleb Boatman's life is the way it is because the last 10 dates he has blown because he has made his date grill him about IMDb facts and release years, and they walked out of 10 different
both of you assume I could get 10 dates.
That's a false thing.
That's the last 12 years.
He is Albert Brooks and broadcast news and just sweats. See you later.
That's really true.
Okay. Well, that was a thing.
That was interesting, to say the least.
Can we just end it so I can go eat?
Yeah, go get yourself a snack, buddy.
Okay, so thank you to Ethan, thank you to Lucas, thank you to Bar for co-hosting, thank you to the managers. I'm Kaleb Boatman.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.